For this lab, you will need a Hot Wheel track and a block or something to incline the Hot Wheel track. And then you will also need a marble and a timer. So you will put this Hot Wheel track on some kind of a smooth surface. It could be a table, and if you don't have a table, you can also do this experiment on a smooth floor. So place a block on the floor or on the table, and then put your Hot Wheel track in such a way that you can make 1/3 incline like this and the rest 2/3 flat like this. Next, you will roll a marble from the top of the Hot Wheel. You need to measure the height of the object, where you start the object, from the surface where you put the block. So here we want to measure the potential energy of this object at this height. Okay, so potential energy is given by mgh. So you will need to measure the mass of this object and height of this object from the surface. And g is 9.8 meters per second squared. And then we'll also measure the kinetic energy of the object when it reaches at the end of this track. Okay, so the kinetic energy involves velocity, so we also need to measure velocity. So to measure the velocity, we need to measure the distance of the flat part of the track. To measure that distance, and then start your timer as soon as the object gets here at the starting of this flat part, and then you'll stop your timer when it hits the end of this track. So you have this distance and also the time it takes to cover that distance. And with that, you can find the velocity, which is d over t. So with this velocity, you can find the kinetic energy of this rolling object. So the kinetic energy is given by 1/2 mv squared. And then you'll be measuring the energy loss between point A and point B. So at point A, all the energy is potential energy, and at point B, all the energy is kinetic energy. So you'll be measuring the percentage of energy loss, which is given by potential energy minus kinetic energy over potential energy times 100%. So you will do this experiment for about 5 times at different heights. So you started here for the first trial. In the second trial, you will start like little bit below that. So you need to measure the height of that object from the surface. And then in the third trial, you'll start from a little bit below the second trial, and then a little bit below the third trial. So you will do that up to 5 trials.